let's see how this goes. Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin. This is Do It for Bruce. We're here in King of the Castle, a Twitch party game where you force people to join a faction and then fight for that faction's right to overthrow me. My name's Kevin. Like I said at the intro, we are doing well today. It is the 31st of January, year 2025. Can we join yet? Fucking hell, dude, guys. Gotta get the intro done, song. Chill, bro. Chill. We're currently streaming on 3 different platforms. Unfortunately, for the other 2 platforms, Twitch is the only one that can actually participate in this. So just letting you know, you're kind of getting the short end of the stick. You can watch the proceedings, which I've done several times, and it's pretty fun. But if you would like to join us, you have to join us here on Twitch, which is Do It for Bruce. You can figure that out. I believe in you guys. Can you reform Poland on the 30th of November instead of the 28th, because the 28th is Thursday and the 30th is a Saturday, and I probably would not be able to watch the stream on a Thursday. I mean, that's very fair. Gazi, welcome in. How you doing? Hello, I'm here for the dethroning. Well, good to see. Today we are no stranger to this game. How many hours do we actually have put into King of the Castle? A lot more than I thought. We have a total of 126 hours put into this game. I think because last year or 2 years ago, whenever it first came out, we put numbers. We did numbers on this game. So that was good. So enough of that. My name's Kevin. You know that. We're going to play as myself, Kevin, the Von Bruce family. Our pronouns are he, him, I am him. Look at that beard, though. Look at that beard. Does it work? Does it match? I mean, his is probably more orange and probably in better lighting, and his fit is better. For those who don't know what fit I'm wearing this like weird, like, I think it's like George Washington outfit from the internet. Like 2 drops of water. Okay, whatever. We're gonna be playing on Twitch as you do. Alrighty, it's been so long, I forget what the factions are. Okay, the Barons are militaristic dickheads. The Chiefs are Northerners who are like, you sweep summer children, don't understand snow. The Counts are esoteric vampires. The Southerners Grandees are religious folk, and the Patricians are coastal capitalists. Thank you so much for Janiz for the resub of 5 months. Can we get a praise be for our boy? Hate these stupid ads. I mean, I hate the stupid ads too, but like, if we could go ad free and get paid, that'd be great. What game is Broski? It's called King of the Castle. So let's see. Let's go Marchers, Easterners, Southerners, or Coast. I don't really like the North just because their end goals are always the same. Like, Ragnarok is not that interesting to me. I like the Coast because they have yet to win, but we'll see. The Southerners also add an interesting juxtaposition compared to the East. Dormy country, please. Dormy. I'm unsure of that. But let's go with the South, the East, and the March. I think those are they are him. Remember, !join your pronouns to get in on a region. If you own the game, you can specifically choose what region you would like to be in. Song, you've joined the Grandees. More like Grandees nuts, am I right? So get ready for that. Join Heed Yellow. Oh, wow. Song just got absolutely ka-chowed. I have never actually seen that happen. I didn't know that happened in this game, but I mean that's what happens. Pay to play. Song, you are now no longer one of the Grandees. You are a Marcher. Bosterous. I mean, that's what happens when you have people who own the game and they can just apparently kick people off. I guess we've never had 3. Should be interesting. Should be great. All right. So we have 3 people. That's good enough to get us going. If you have any questions about this game and haven't played with us before, please ask them. But essentially, it's a pretty simple game. How does one join? You're already in, Jan. You are one of the counts. I'll remember this insult. Yeah. Okay. So how this game works is this is the map. It is a map. It looks very map-like because it is a map. We are the latest kingdom. I think we're just called the kingdom. I don't think there's a specific name in the lore. There are some other nations like Kurth, Dania, Valmir, Atesh, Tavilia, and the Ashmodean Empire. And then there's the wastes, frozen wastes up north. Our country is split between 3 factions. We have the south that pretty much got screwed. They've the smallest area, it feels like, and then the march in the middle, and then the east in the east, technically. So between those 3 factions, you will be given a way to victory. It is to overthrow me, King Kevin. So we will see how that comes about. We'll do council introductions first and foremost. The South is always small when I join. I feel like the South is really small when the marchers are involved because they have to have a border with the Ashmodee. But it would be interesting to see the different configurations of the map with the different factions. Don't mean I have Dormy on my side. You can vote on things. How does one interact? You'll see in a second. Now that you're king, your first duty to meet with your councils. Introduce... Oh, shit. I have an alarm going off for some reason. Stop that. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom. Desolate east, scorching south, and of course, the bleak march. Well, that sucks. An honor to finally meet you, says Count Janez. Your grace may escape the doom that befalled your predecessor. That's tough. May the ninth bless you, your highness. I trust you conduct yourself with honor and faith. As the faith's #1 op, I traditionally try to lower faith across the board, no matter what. Democracy? Not really. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we will whip the kingdom into shape. Sounds great. Thanks, counselors. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. Is my head in the right position, or are we blocking anything? I guess we're kind of blocking some parts of it. Of the... Let's see. Let's make us a little bit smaller. Just take... There we go. I mean, your highness. Sam, it's called King of the Castle. It's a game, a Twitch party game where I get to yell at you guys if you'd like. Let's start with coronations. So this is the voting element. This is the meat and potatoes of the game. Is that you're just gonna type in things and you're gonna vote and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really great. I'm gonna be over caffeinated. How dare you? May the ninth god lead you to enlightenment. Ninth is a false idol. I'm more of a anti-ninether. Your Majesty, I have scheduled your coronation to take place in a week. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. You can't be having that. And when the nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Well, bloodthirsty bunch. They wouldn't dare. You should pay more attention to the history books, Your Majesty. The nobles are always plotting something. As is traditional, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Of course. All right, so before every vote, I get to do stuff in regards to the vote. I get to veto things. I get to say yes to things. I get to say no to things. In this regards, I think we should host a lavish feast. It's great. Party all day. But as is tradition with everything that comes to King of the Castle, I think it's interesting. All right, Jan, so you gotta type in !vote. And there you figured it out. You got it. All right. Tradition is tradition and tradition is tradition. So as is tradition, what happens always is it's decided king will throw you into the river. What kind of coronation is that? Very traditional one ceremony dating back to Queen Alma the Wise. It's meant to be representing you being reborn as a true king. No church stuff. Shake my head. I mean, spoken like a true southerner. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurl you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back out, up the banks soaking wet, the chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. I wish they had a little image of you in soaking wet in the water and just being like, damn, it's wet. Is Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling the giggles? They probably are stifling giggles. All right, path to victory. My spy master, your majesty. So, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, medium well, actually. As a conqueror, our goal is to raise military. As a great king, our goal is to raise authority. As an architect of a new golden age, raise trade. As a peacekeeper, raising stability. As a father of the nation, to raise farming. I mean, as a faith, no. Faith is always, we're anti-faith across the board. My goal is always to get faith to the lowest possible thing. Be a saint, you meant to be. No. Big hater. Will hate on the 9th. I love trying to get, especially grandees, all the way to 0. They like give up on the 9th god and start doing more like dueling instead of the normal stuff. If you injure the gods, it's God. It's one god. It's the 9th god. I like this angry cat emoji. He's so cute. Maybe we should have an angry Bruce emoji. We don't have, I guess we do have an angry Bruce emoji. This is the angry Bruce emoji. Let's do as the father nation will go with farming. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commons, or are you just hoping for favor pass in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Boom. Witch cat, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? Mr. King, I'm god at farming. Song Sibley of the Song Dynasty bloodline, infamous March Hellion stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. Damn, look at this fit. As usual, marches with the little hat, little horn. It's good shit. When have the barons march? When are the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. So, my dear beloveds, which is just song at the moment, your goal is to decide what the long-term plan is. So, are you going to intimidate your way onto the throne, modernize your way onto the throne, or use propaganda to get on the throne? Grandee's gang? More like Grandee's... How many times can streamers say Grandee's nuts before getting in trouble? Probably several times. The barons plan to hold the kingdom hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, blah, blah, blah. I'll cover that in a second. All right, dear counts, Yuli of the Janiz dynasty, infamous Eastern chess master. Oh, look at you. Another nice drip. Hat with the book. Leans delicately on the podium, whispering carefully. Whispering. My fellow accounts. Is it really whispering? In ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. That sounds less intimidating. We can bring back those days of glory, but now, while the false king, myself, King Kevin, wears the crown. I do have a crown. Isn't that special? What scheme should the accounts pursue? Should they use magic? Should they make a double gator or ascension? So essentially, are you going to talk to a sorcerer? Are you going to make a person that looks like me? Or are you going to do that? First time playing? Me, it is not my first time playing. I have played, at the beginning of stream, I said I had 126 hours in this game. We've done numbers. The counts plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must do something with the spy master. They got to smooch the spy master or something. All right, Grandees. Gilliman of the Wicked Cat lineage, a sinister southern winter, stands behind the sunshine droning on as is in a daze. Are you like sunbaked? I like your little flower though. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. The Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow this go unanswered. Tough. Oh, can't troll. I mean, yeah, it's tough. So, Grandees, Are you gonna use subterfuge, uprising, or fervor? I wish there was more interaction between the factions. The only time there's really any interaction between the factions is when wars is up front. I feel like that is the time in the place. The Grandees claim Gilliman has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next king. Boo! False god. He has promised a miracle, food for all. To advance the scheme, the Grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more. They've already succeeded in that. Okay. So, we got 3 other dickheads other than myself vying for power in this kingdom. We have the Marchers, who are trying to intimidate their way to the top by raising the kingdom's stability to at least 5 or more in one season. Deftrium, I definitely did not pronounce that right. Welcome in, how you doing? I'm just gonna call you Def, sorry. Doppelganger. For the counts, you're going to use Doppelganger, which is lower your own defiance to 4 or less. Damn, that's pretty high threshold, I feel like. And then raise for the Grandees, they're going to raise your own farming at least 5 in 4 seasons. So everything is going to get checked in 4 seasons. So I have 4 seasons to FAFO. So let's get that going. The timer is 15 seconds. No. +1 stability for 50%. Let's do that one. It wasn't correct. Don't worry. Everyone says Defy. I mean, the hard thing is I wish that Twitch would just allow us to space out our names, because people see do it. They say do it for Bruce, and they say do it all the time. And it's just like, just let us have spaces. Why can't we have spaces? Like, just be chill. Daddy, be chill. All right. So sorry. The first year, 948, the summer of the new plague. Let's find out. Gets plague. Your Majesty, the South has been struck with a plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague. With the thing to come in on, Daddy. Toxic Kite, welcome in. How you doing? Underscore my beloved. Exclamation join. Moss Dealer, welcome in. Man, we just got a lot more nobles. Let's check out where everybody is. All right, so we got a 222. Everybody's got 2 people, so that's good. Do I have a teammate? Yes, your teammate is Moss Dealer. Perfect. All right, so there's a dancing plague within the realm. It's not this happy. This looks too joyous. These guys look like they're having a good time. Explain this to me. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. How do you think dogs and cats dance? Do they dance on all 4s, or do they dance like humans on 2 legs? Because I would say on all 4s. Somebody pull up some Disney animators content and see how these animals are dancing. The whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. Alrighty. Fuck, man. Why does everything gotta start out so hard? Why can't we just have a chill kingdom from the get-go? Who's going to be affected by this? Quarantine the affected villagers. Pass a law to forbid dancing. Let it be. How bad can dancing be? Personally, let's go and quarantine the village. I feel like that's the vibe. Britannia, welcome in. You are part of the Grandees faction. Daddy, be chill. I love when you talk with your bottom. Daddy, just like that. Welcome in, Bliss. How you doing today? But typical Disney does 2-legged dance animals. Okay, that's what I thought. All 4 dancing is less creepy. I mean, I'm trying to think of Aristocats right now. That's the one that comes to mind. Everybody wants to. Yeah, sorry. This is over caffeinated Kevin right now. All right, it looks like we will be quarantining said village. Ooh, it looks like the South has taken a hit to their economy. That sucks. Though the move seems drastic, to some is only a way to be sure that the plague does not become a serious problem. The Grandees agree to enforce the quarantine. Only time will tell if it's an effective solution or not. I mean, we'll find out. Jousting tournament, or let's talk about our honor guard. Let's just outlaw dancing. No. As is tradition, each region offers a select elite guard. The counts with their knights of the Order of the Brown Rose, the grandees of the fierce battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel. Such a sick ass name. The Sisterhood of Steel. I guess it's like Brotherhood of Steel, but like, you know, let the ladies have their steel. And the barons offer the squad of battle-hardened veterans. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalists will be divided between you and the region. Of course, you could just have foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to the coin above all. I've made my decision. All yellow. I just wanted to say I did not meddle in your affairs in order to increase relations. These side conversations. Everybody's trying to set up alliances already. It ain't gonna work. I await your verdict with bated breath. So, we have the Eastern Knights, who they like poetry, the veteran marches, who are just really good at their job of being veterans, and the Southern Nuns, who are silent but steely. Or we can have foreign mercenaries, or say, I don't need a honor guard. I don't love the South, but the Nuns are kind of sick, and also they just got a hit to their trade economy. So let's throw them a bone. Alliances last until someone gets shot in a duel. They nod to you silently, their solemn steel masks betraying nothing. What a badass like little outfit. I wish this is never gonna happen because I don't know what the modding of this game is like, but if they could just make a Game of Thrones one set, I think they could definitely easily make a Game of Thrones version of this and people would lose their goddamn minds. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to join a tournament. How delightful. Rustic. The East will remember your ignorance. Think they did, didn't they? I don't remember if it's like this where it's like a party game. I actually don't really keep up with a lot of a lot of Game of Thrones stuff. I know the Game of Thrones CK3 stuff is pretty good. Outside of that, I've really not played any of the games. Oh, we're going to a tournament. Send a notice to decline. I'd like to attend to support a knight. Wonderful. I'll compete myself. Sure. All right. So, the architect has come to me and said, yo, dog, we got things to build. What would you like to build? How this works is it is an auction. For the next 60 seconds, you get to bid on one of these things. Just a reminder, please start low. Don't just throw 1,000 gold because you don't have that much gold throughout this game. You get some here and there, but you're not going to have 1,000 gold immediately unless a couple events happen. So if you are the barons, you probably want to have A happen. If you're the counts, you really don't care about any of these, and if you're the grandees, you probably want E to happen. Remember, exclamation fund, the number, and then how much you want to put on it. Start low, I beg you. Oh wow, my camera's on its form where it's like following me around the room. So you can see the other parts of the room. Whoa, actually you can't because there's a green screen right here. But Bruce, say hi to the camera. Can you see it? Can you see this guy? Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? Damn, you guys really started low. Also, remember there's a slight stream delay, and by like 3 seconds, that means it's like pretty much solidly in there. Yeah, really spend the big bucks, chat. All right. Who just put $1,000 down? Cat. What did I say about not spending all your money? You spent all your money just so that status quo. Status quo. This is what I said specifically, don't do this. And then somebody's like, fuck it, we ball. I said don't do this. All right. Our poor boy Cat out here spending all of their wealth in one go. I will be poor. I'm ruined. I'm never financially going to recover from this. Okay. A special guest, a comet, and finding a spouse. Let's start with the comet in the east. A blood red comet was spotted in the night sky over the east. Peasants are claiming it is a terrible omen. Is it a terrible omen? This is like EU4 where you get a comet event. Oh, fuck, dude. They all kind of suck. Comet folk are verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions? I'll tell them nothing to worry. Dog. 100% -1 stab. Faith goes down. Easy clap. Calm down, my liege. Is it playing 4D chess? We simply cannot understand these tactics. I mean, you might be right. Tell the church to dispel such rumors, because everything else is tough. Oh, fuck. We rolled pretty well. 35% chance. That means 100% chance. Corey, the game's called King of the Castle. It's a Twitch party game. The church is reliable, my liege. Clearly. Okay. Fortunately, the church is trusted enough in the east that the peasants believe the pastors. The comet is celebrated as a sign for the ninth god's favor. Damn. What will the ninth god not do? Let's find a spouse. Yeah, stab. In the twisty passages of the... Sorry. Lorax, thank you so very much for the follow. How are you doing today? ASU? Lorax, do you go to Arizona State University? No, unrelated. You have joined. Who have you joined? Let's see. You are one of the lovely counts. Look at that beard. We've got a matching beard almost. Oh, that's right. We're gonna try to find out about her spouse. Your mother is looking for you. I wish the Queen Mother would show up a lot more. She only shows up in the first iteration of your games just because, I don't know, reasons. They didn't code it so that if the king continues, there's always a Queen Mother. But if there isn't, who's to say? Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's almost a year. Has it been a year? It's been like 2 months or 6 months, I guess. I've been busy. You better find time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding an eligible candidate. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Damn, Mom. Look at you with your progressive ass state of mind. Excellent. I'll send messengers to the most influential nobles families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. We're barons misrepresented. We have not a care for barons. A secondary goal is to increase the faith of all the factions. Fair enough. A special guest. Is this the tourney or the jousting? The barons have assembled upon the jousting field and watch from the tall stands. Placing is buzzing with excitement. A servant steps forward. Damn, I gotta get this servant outfit for when we play Crusader Kings 3. Gotta rock more of that like peasant vibes. But maidenless? No maidenless. The servant straps on your armor and helps you mount your horse. She hands you a lance and you ride out onto the field. Welcome one and all. We have the most thrilling guest today. It's me. Me. As you ride your horse past the stands, noble gasp and stare. You blow a kiss at a baron. Cheers erupt and the nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. When the jousting starts, you quickly realize the opponent swerves each time they approach. They don't want to hurt the king. Puts a dent in the challenge, really. Should we make the most of your advantage? Disguise yourself to get a real match, withdraw and watch instead. I don't remember what these roles are based off of. I think it's military roles, but disguise yourself to get a real match. King with the Riz. A new competitor is about to join us. He comes from where shall we come from? The March, the East, the South. It's a 50-50 roll. I don't know if this roll is based on how well we do or how poor we do. Seeing as the East is the people the most angry with us, we could probably do them. Let's see if we could represent them. You enter to help. Entourage helps you into a new set of armor, and you ride out onto the field. And here we have, what's his name? Count Herman, ready for a fight. Finally, a real battle. You throw. Ooh, yikes, bros, yikes. You throw from your horse flat on your back, blood coursing through your veins. The audience roars. Supporters cheered wildly for Count Herman. It is what it like to be truly admired. At the end of the day, you make your way back to the capital, feeling every ache and muscle you didn't know you had. But what a rush. Meanwhile, the Eastern Cavalry troops see huge influx of people eager to join, inspired by your example. Taxation without representation. Okay. Chill. Chill. It's tax time anyways. You talk about taxes? I mean, y'all are liking me so far, and a bunch of cash would be nice. You'll remember this? Taking my last pennies at... maybe. I mean, we could do common tax. How much does common tax give us? It's only 300 each. Total, I mean. Exclamation rebel, you can't. It keeps crashing for me. Is it actually crashing? It seems like we're good on my end of the situation, but we'll see. ORAT. What are we doing, Kevin? Everybody's kind of got good opinions of us. Everybody cash-wise is relatively similar. I mean, we could unfavorably tax the counts. There are more counts. I think that's fair. You guys just made a little bit of a profit, so losing 400 gold would be not the worst. Just refresh it when it does. Prolong my ambitions. All right. New taxes, who dis? All right, the Mystery Night. That's me. A tasty invention. And where's the last one? Eligible options. Let's start with the tasty invention. Sandwich time. I don't mean to exaggerate, your grace. I don't know why he talks like that, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. How I was hosting a small party, classic, playing some cards with some old friends, love to hear it. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat, both tasty and convenient, as my hands were occupied. What my servant brought me that evening will be change the world forever. Your grace? Show me, behold. He holds in air a plate. Atop the plate is 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between this. This sounds like the driest, most unappetizing sandwich I've ever interacted. 2 pieces of bread, sliced bread. Doesn't talk about condiments. Doesn't talk about anything other than bread, meat, bread. I'm not here for it. This is disgusting. Absolutely foul. But I guess all creations have to start somewhere. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. To be fair, it's probably smoked meat. Are you sure? How good are they smoking meat in this fake made up time period? Mr. King, this is the Middle Ages. They have guns. They have guns. Don't talk about this. Magnificent. Naturally, since it is my invention, the propose we name it after me. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a ASU Lorax for lunch. Let's just call it Lorax for short. But naturally, the innovation cannot be made available for free. Every time a Lorax is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Damn. All right. Yes, give Lorax the royalty he deserves. No Lorax are too delicious to be controlled. Loraxes shall receive one-time payment reward from the treasury. How much money you got, Lorax? We did just charge you. You got 1,100 bucks. Too bad this didn't happen to our boy, Cat, over here. Would be better. Listen, I need some cash for a foot long. Just for that, you get my vote. The man can have his one-time payment. Nothing more, nothing less. The smart move would be D, just to piss them off, but I'm not playing smart. We're just playing silly. Capitalism in a medieval time period goes crazy. I mean, I think that's just mercantilism at that point. At what point in human history does capitalism actually pop off? That's truly the question that we have yet to answer here. Alrighty. Seemingly looks like almost a complete split between different factions. You love to see factionalism. Adam Smith. Classic Adam Smith. Lorax shall receive a one-time reward from the treasury instead. Thank you, Your Highness. I suppose it's better than nothing. Lorax's is a massive popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the east. I guess they would be bakeries and not a deli. A deli concept has yet to be. That's another question. I got a lot of questions, chat. When do delis stop being bakeries formally and more focused on the meats plus other delicatessences, you know? When is the true delicatessence born? Experimenting with the new ingredients, turning out you can almost put anything between two pieces of bread. Imagine what happens when they get tortillas. That's gonna be lit for the kingdom. Breakfast burritos and all that. As you walk through the corridors, your spy master falls in step beside you. She hands a wooden carving of a figure astride a horse. I hear a mysterious knight called Count Herman made quite the impression during the last jousting session. No one knows who he is. The counts want to sell their figures and commercialize it. Dude, everything's about capitalism in this fucking kingdom. It would bring a great deal of money to the area. Sponsor the following followers. The counts dramatically reveal that the mystery knight is you. Refuse to let them profit from your achievements. We didn't achieve shit. We got our ass beat. I don't know. I don't know if the treasury needs another hit to its economy, so we're gonna dramatically reveal ourselves to everybody and be like, it was I. You make a big announcement with incredible pomp, putting out a proclamation that the mysterious knight was none other than you. Me. For a moment, the counts look around and they pretend to be one of them, but instead, excitement explodes as the story spreads. You become more popular than ever. That's it? Defiance goes down? I don't like that. Why didn't like farming go up? Like you guys got really excited about farming all of a sudden. It's fucking bullshit. Okay. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each kingdom, 3 regions. Choose wisely. You will be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. I definitely promise not to rebel. Well, seeing as you guys are all, your defiance is sitting at 0, yes, it's tough. How do we feel about the gimbal camera? Traditionally, I keep it on non-movement mode so that when I go back and forth, it won't move and disrupt the green screen, but maybe today we keep it on movement mode. All right, let's figure out who I'm marrying. All right, then let's see the elder bachelorette. She whisks away the cloths from the first portrait. Avina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Lorax dynasty, those guys make sandwiches. Accidentally doxing himself. I mean, I did accidentally dox myself on Wednesday with my full government name. It's fine. I knew it. No one fumbles like the king. She looks really great and is smart. I mean, she Avina. Apparently, they've had a hell of a time getting her to smile for the portrait. Spends most of her time indoors poring over musty tomes. Another count thinks she's mad because she treats the peasants far too nicely. Okay. Zaxina? I don't know how to pronounce that. Eldest daughter of the Britannia Prima lineage, she reputed to have an ego the size of the sun. But there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many Southerners, she's a God-fearing Ninethian. above all worldly concerns. She tried her hands at a number of ventures, though they all seemed to end in disaster. Damn, these options are tough, chat. These options are tough. They're all really androgynous, or, you know, they got quirks. They got quirks. And finally, we have March offering Henrika, scion of the prestigious the Moss Dealer bloodline, a timid woman, not kind that does well in March. Bless her heart, perhaps the palace will suit her well. She can protect you, can she? Let's find out what her habits are. Like most barons, she is a passionate hunter. No beast is safe from her crossbow, and she doesn't seem to have problems attracting romantic interest. And shy as she might be, she does not have... Okay, all right. So, let me get this straight. We got the one count girl who's into books and peasants. We've got the southerner who's got a big eagle and loves God. And then we've got the baron lady who is shy but kills people with her automatic crossbow. These options are tough. I've made my decision. She's into books and peasants. Books and peasant mean more farms. I mean, Lorax, you might be right. We shall launch a crusade with my support. I mean, Henrika sounds like the person that's the most interesting to me. Let's go with her. Everybody else is gonna be pissed, I know, but whatever. Be gone, peasants. Pikachu, welcome in. How you doing? We shall destroy the heathens. New law. Who dis? Shall we get... The monarch can mark a preferred vote option if the authority gains. After voting, the nobles can change their mind. I kind of like that one. But... would I give up this? If noble votes for the monarch's choice, they gain personal wealth. I mean, how do we feel about that one? Everybody's wealth is ostensibly the same, but like, I kind of like that one instead. Everybody needs a little bit more cash in their pocket. Why not? Taxing issue. The royal wedding. Crystal pox. Dude, plague upon plague upon plague. Fuck. All right, let's start with the crystal pox. My liege, can we not get high taxes this year? Have you thought about not being a little bitch? Thanks for making corruption legal. My liege, I bring bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the march. Crystal pox? What dat? A most terrible disease, your highness. It begins with a rash of boils, yuck, which slowly and painfully crystallize. Sounds like gout, until the poor victim is sparkly like a diamond. Eventually, the sufferer becomes crystal statue and painful, but admittedly glamorous way to go. It's fucking shiny, bro. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terrible. Your Majesty, if I make a suggestion, the treasurer is about to come in here and be like, capitalism. Have you thought about that? Bliss, you have joined the barons. Welcome in. Your Majesty, if I make a suggestion, let's see. Victims of the crystal pox are only an infection at boil stage. Once they are fully converted into crystals, they are no longer spreading the disease. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used as jewelry. Do you think in our society, if there was a disease like this, we would do this? I have a 100% chance that we would infect people with crystal pox just so that we can make crystal pox disease. Yes, chat is like, yes. Sounds like we should let it spread. I don't think so. We'll see. By the ninth woman, that is heartless, even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all the trade until the wave of subsidies. Is that what you want? A lot of plague talk in this game. Fuck, that's right. Spread the pox and harvest the gems. Farming goes down, defiance goes up, military goes down, faith goes down, stability goes down, but money, profits, baby. Don't let anything, don't do anything one way or the other. That just affects everything similarly, but we don't profit. And quarantine to prevent the further spread. I mean, if we're gonna be realistic, they all suck. They're not great options. I mean, I also think like if the crystal pox existed, it would probably be like kind of like malaria and other diseases where they happen to happen in the developing world. Yes, I said developing world and not the third world, chat, because the third world doesn't exist. If you take anything away from the stream right now, right here, right now, eliminate the third world from your vocabulary. I'm just going to say that here and now. I'm tired of people saying third world does not exist, because the first world was NATO, the second world was the Warsaw Pact. Guess who doesn't exist anymore? The Warsaw Pact. And the third world was everybody who was not in those big organizations. So you learn something. All right. So quarantine the march to prevent the further spread. Yikes. There goes their trade and some of the Baron's wealth. Chills in the second world. Yeah, good thing I added the institution of corruption, because you guys needed more money after that hit. Blockades are placed on the roads leading out of the march. Nobody goes in or out, except for the march traverses like most of the kingdom. For months, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many of the fields are fallow. No farms left to tend them. Marchers' villages are dotted with gleaming statues of the affected. But thankfully, the council quickly thinks the disease does not spread beyond the march's border. Once the roads reopen, profits, baby. Barons harvest gems from the quarantine dead and sell them off at a tidy profit. Of course, the rich get richer. So if I was legitimately not letting people out of the march, they would set up blockades here, like this is not that far from the capital. Like half the kingdom is blockaded. Give us money. Ninth needed. China and the old Soviet states are still considered the second world. In what connotation? It's developing and develop. Everybody who talks about international politics does not continue to say the second world, third world. The uneducated say that. I'm just going to say that. Your wedding to Henrika is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm. They look awful, similar to the Westeros. I mean, that's kind of the vibe, is that it is Westeros. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you, the only one who not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you'll stand in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Henrika at your side. Do you take this woman to be your lawful wedding wife? Psych! Wouldn't that be funny if I just ran away from the wedding? Piss everybody off? Just run for the hills? Do it. No, I do. I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast and a dance, your new wife, Marika, turns bright red every time a toast is called for her. So stability goes up, authority goes up, defiance comes down, everybody's happy as a clam. Your new wife, yeah. By the time you're alone with her, it is past midnight and never felt more tired. Hello. Hope you had a good time. You too. You both lapse into strained silence. Henrietta gulps back her wine. I can see you need some space, so tell me about yourself. Need to work on your people skills. Oof. So tell me about yourself. Not much to tell, really. I like outdoors. She lapses into silence. All attempts to get her to talk more prove fruitless, and eventually she makes her excuses and heads to spare bed chamber. Glad to see that this kingdom doesn't believe in the wedding night tradition of like everybody carries the king and the queen to their bed or whatever so that they can boink. I'm not happy. Next day, she was pregnant. If this was CK3, 100%. 160p. Here we go. Is it really? Is the stability that bad? Let's see. No, maybe not. Maybe yes. Thank you for everybody who's been watching the stream so far. I hope you've been enjoying it. My name's Kevin. This is Do It for Bruce. We traditionally don't play King of the Castle, as you can imagine. We play a lot of other games, but I'm happy to hear you're here with me on this lovely Friday. Your Majesty, help. Grandee's wicked cat of the South has been bleeding us dry. They've, no, I literally hope. Literally, I hope. Not literally, I hope. No, I'm making use of common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. The Grandee's wicked cat has been taxing the shit out of these peasants at least twice as much as the next highest. I'm a saint. See? He even says so. He lies. Really needs that money. Liar, Kevin. Don't you are a broke boy. I'm not a broke boy. I got 20. Well, in real life, I'm a broke boy. Let the record show I am a broke boy in real life. But in this game, flush with cash. It's been a hard year, Your Majesty. I've been barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. There's been a lot of events where we don't vote on stuff. Interesting. What about the poor peasant's cow? A pox on that stupid cow. Let's see what the council thinks of this. Ayo, let's see how much money our boy's got. How much money you got? Oh, that's right. He is poor. I forgot, Cat. You put all your money in your... Fucking idiot. I told you not to do this. Oh, no. Okay. Throw the Grandee's wicked cat into... Witch cat into the dungeons to teach them a lesson. Throw their Grandees to keep overtaxing their peasants. Have the royal tax collector take over the tax duties in the South. Profit, baby. Profit, baby. Vote B. No. No, 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 no. All profits. C is the objectively best option. I love how DC Heroes out here on YouTube just being like, you guys should do this. Y'all need to do this. I like how, Kat, you've argued for your own dungeoning. You're like, you know what? I do deserve to go to the dungeons. Throw me in the prisons. I know what I've done. All right, as it is a tiebreaker, it goes to me, the king. Yee. The other Grandees witch cat into the dungeon to teach them a lesson that raises defiance. Authority goes up, and their poor ass becomes fully broke. Have the royal tax collector take over the duties in the South. We get money, defiance goes up, but wealth goes down. I mean, C gives you money, my liege. We need a good tax collector, me lord. Authority going up would be nice, though. Defiance really doesn't really matter. Cash is cash, but authority is forever. Throw the Grandees witch cat into the dungeon to teach them a lesson. Also, he asked for it, so. Ye gods, not the dungeons. Why would you take the side of some poxy peasant? Classic poxy peasant. Grandees fucking flat broke. Grandees witch cat is flung into the deepest cell and their ill-gotten gold confiscated. The other Grandees grumble at the impersonation of their compatriot. The witch cat the second has taken his spot on the council. I was literally asking for it. You plonker. Alrighty. It looks like everybody's gonna advance their second scheme. We're just gonna rip through this part because it really doesn't matter. This is all filler text. They're just gonna be like, we love talking about the treasury. For the next stage of the scheme, barons must lower their treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. All right. Guess we should have probably not done that. Something about the people in the east doing shit. Let's see what they got. They got the double ganger. That's me. Love to see it. Love to see it. Great, great, great. Military goes up because of it. Soo, soo, soo. All right. What's the next phase? For the next stage, the scheme, the count must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Damn. Everybody's on pace. Next, Southerners are talking to how cool we love the gods. The gods are cool, peasants suck, but the god is great. We love the ninth. We wish we could smooch to the ninth on the mouth, but we can't because that's just not how this works. So they also want to lower stability. So, my liege, I will happily look out for your money. Alrighty, so everybody, we got 2 people who are trying to lower stability at all costs, and 1 group who's trying to lower the treasury. Not great. Not great when people's interests align. I don't love it. Don't love it one bit. The quarantine continues. I guess we're still doing the dancing plague. Totally forgot. Your Majesty, recall the quarantine you ordered to deal with the dancing plague? It's been many months since anyone has last of the left. Cat, you're about to go experience some plague life. We think the plague may have run its course. We ask you permission to lift the quarantine. Thank you, Mr. Cat, for volunteering. Everybody, join in. If the nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they gain 500 wealth. Mr. Cat, thank you for putting yourself forward to go see if the quarantine is done. Every other noble, 500 gold in your pockets. I see some poor broke boys out there. Get out there and spend. Love to see it. Love to see a good spending on the behalf of the council. Everybody's like, yeah, I can make some money. Also, Witch Cat, if you get killed again, you'll become Witch Cat the Third, which, I don't know. At this point, it'd be fun to watch you die several times in this run. God bless democracy. 6-1 vote. All right, I don't think we can get a majority other than that. Did you all get richer yet? Some of you did. We are a monarchy. I mean, like, you're like a constitutional one. I don't actually know what kind of government we are in regards to monarchies and councils. But yeah, I think it's not an absolute monarchy. But me, your holiness, you can't be serious. Despite Witch Cat's protests, the king word is final. They are sent into the quarantine zone. You hope to hear back from them soon. All right, chat. Unfortunately, it is those time. It is ad time. We are going to run a quick little ad. I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to get a little snack. We'll be back in 3 minutes time. Everybody else, stay where you are. We're going to put on the "we'll be right back" scene. Cool. We back. And we back. And we back. And we back. And we back. We got a slice of pizza in our hand. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Alrighty. Let's wait for the ad to finally come through and we've been done. Why is Scotland in Africa? Why not? Have you ever thought about that? CK3 multiplayer in 28 days. Have you contributed points? Have you thought about contributing points, huh? You think about that, chat? Alrighty. Let's check in. So everybody is starting their second phase of their schemes. Takes 3 schemes phases to fuck off. Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty. You asked for it, so it shall be done. Bliss says, show me this cat. Show me the patron saint of the channel. Should we do the meme that we do every time? Here he is. The baby, the sweet patron saint. Bruce, the Brucington, first of his name. I don't think his last name is Brucington, but here it is. It's him. The H-I-M. Yeah, he is he. Capital H-E. The true Lord. The true ninth Lord. What a beautiful little cat. He's gonna bite my shit out of my face. He's like a little sleepy, eepy cat. All hail the liege lord. Yeah. So this is Bruce. Bruce fact for the day. He enjoys tortilla chips. His favorite chip is tortilla. He would probably eat a whole bag of tortilla chips if allowed. But he's not allowed because he has to keep a certain weight because he has to have brain medicine for his little seizures. Little seizure cat. He's like, why have you done this to me? Allow him. No. We can't have Ford having more seizures. The little chong monkey. Alright. Let me double check if the one thing's working. Where is that? It's here. Alright, yeah, it is. That's still working, just making sure. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You gotta make sure. Alrighty, we have 2 more events. The Vanity Project. The chief architect bustles into your office carrying an armful of parchment. Damn, that is an armful of parchment. Why do the marchers get so much land? I don't know. Probably something about ancestral claims and shit. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom? That does sound pleasant. I'm glad you think so, Your Majesty. I'll be talking of the kingdom and beyond. You can vote on discussing the outrageous plan. Mountains carved in your likeness. Surely you get people talking. Tactical. Brilliant mind right here. You guys thought I wasn't playing 4D chess on your asses? You think I got this frilly outfit on just for giggles? It was to throw you off. Throw you all off. You thought I was going to be a silly little dandy lad, but in reality, tactical. Absolutely tactical move by yours truly. 1, to be too poor for me and the queen consort to be on it. 2, be able to veto the option. 3, first you all got to vote on 2 things that work best for me. Tactical. Oh, my face zoomed in. Tactical. Can't throw up gang signs. I always forget that. You can't throw up gang signs, or the camera will zoom. When the results of the vote are announced, the chief architect sighs in disappointment. Yeah, take your parchments and be gone. Oh, well, I suppose I have to focus my work elsewhere. He decides to train enterprising architects and build across the kingdom. Why aren't you doing that in the first place, dude? Why aren't you improving infrastructure already? Well, I mean, I'm all the way down for... Yeah. The chiefs can go cry about it. The chiefs aren't here. There's no chiefs here. Got a bit of work done. Hope you have a fun stream today. Thank you. Back from the hunt. What's my wife got going on? Oh, no, this isn't my wife. You're right. Your Grace says... Deaf, I dreamy. I don't know how to say his name. You recall the Queen Consort recent visit my lord lands? Oh, yeah, she said something about lovely local cheese. Quite so. More importantly, your wife went on a hunt with some of my vassals and retainers and lamented I have some bad news. I will allow you, this good peasant, to explain. Your Majesty, says this fucking peasant. Relax, take your time. This is a Queen Consort, my prize sow. My prize sow princess. She was loose in the field that day. We had her grazing, and your wife, your highness, she shot her. Classic. It was the queen consort, my prize sow, the princess. She was loose. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Is this true? I don't remember it happening. Surely I would have apologized already if it did. Please, your majesty, she was worth more than my whole farm. My family might not get through the next winter without her. You will be compensated from the royal treasury, minus 500 gold. The queen consort will compensate you for your losses, 500 gold plus 300 wealth. I will compensate both of you for your losses. I'm afraid the countess will have to cover the losses. Okay, Bruce, what are we doing? Bruce, are we serious about this? I mean, why do I give 2 shits about a peasant on your land when you are going to reap the rewards of whatever comes from that interaction? So, my boy, Count, this on you. Why? But that's... Yep. Thank you, Your Majesty. You are most kind. Peasants happy. I'm happy. The Count's suck at eggs. The Count set his jaw tightly, then nods. Your wife visibly relaxes her shoulders as the judgment is rendered. Love it. Love it. I'm such a good king. Alrighty. It's auction time again. So, if you're the grandees or the counts, you probably want D to happen. If you're the marchers, you don't really give a shit. You can do whatever you want. Remember, don't spend all your money at once like one of you did. I specifically said don't spend all your money, and what did Cat do? Was the second most wealthy person in the kingdom. I find this outrageous. I think you are the most wealthy now. One whole ducat has been put on the stadium, so military can go down in the grandees territory. 50 whole... God damn it, guys. I told you not to spend money. I didn't not say to spend no money. But if the marchers want to play hardball, you should do E. Fund E. Fund E if you want the people to not lower the things. E. Get your final bids in now. Oh no, bid now, bid now. I think the kingdom should refund this. I mean, technically all these things are happening in your lands. Bruce, my dude. Bruce keeps walking behind the camera and knocking the thing over. So, what are you doing? You want down? I know you want down. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cool. Wandering bards, about your heir, quarantine zone. Gaster Biter, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How you doing today? More quarantine zone. Let's figure out if Cat is dead. Your Holiness, I have returned, and you look well. I feel well, Your Highness. I leave the quarantine zone in good health. The plague has run its course, and the people are alive, though I fear they will never dance again. That's good news. Yes, Your Highness. I ask the council to lift the quarantine of the south and can return to normal. I mean, we can lift the quarantine. Everybody can make some money. Why don't we all make some money off this quarantine? We don't need military. So the quarantine, we've had 2 plagues in this kingdom, which is pretty wild. I mean, usually I feel like every stream you have one or 2, but like having them back to back to back is pretty nasty. We've lifted quarantine. Nice. Watch, the plague comes and happens again. The Grenadiers are grateful, and formerly the quarantine merchants are soon to trudging gracefully through. Although the former dancers will never be the same, the region gradually returns to business as usual. Lots of plagues. Wandering bards, Sally Six Fingers or whatever. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she can come and compose a song for you. No, not just any bard. Your Highness, the best in all the land. I have no time for this. But you haven't heard a verse I said? Yeah, I don't care, Sally. You roll your eyes as the palace watch drags bard away. They never learn. Just like that. No bards here. About our heir. Your marriage to Henrika has gone south. Dude, we've only had really 2 events with our wives. How you get along well enough and you've made some good memories together, but there's not a spark. She cares more about hunting innocent animals than your happiness. She's proved that. But the spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations on the royal marriage. Was a magnificent affair. I'm very happy, thank you. Your Majesty, your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom. You've done well so far, but there's something still missing, an heir. I'll have a child with my wife. That's why you should have married my daughter. I should have just married anybody but any of those 3 options. All 3 of the options were not great. She wasn't chaste. The woman wasn't chaste. She was just shy. Somewhere in the march, Baron Song sits atop. Oh yeah, no. You guys, guess what? You didn't do it in time. Didn't lower the things in time. Same with the other 2 idiots. Nothing happened. Your plotting continues. 2 seasons have happened. You need to get stability to level 4. Same with you guys. I survive another season. Haha! I'm rich as the king. That's some nice chicken dongle. Britannia, what are you saying? All right. Excuse me, I burp. Damn, everybody's got money now. Yeah, sure. Let's just tax the shit out of these kids. Things are good to be king. Oi! Nope. A terrible curse. A proposition. The deceased. A terrible curse. Let's start there. Count Lorax is back in my business. Rushes into the council chamber breathlessly and in disarray. By my honor, you look like you haven't slept in days. That's because I have been placed under a curse. Lorax, tell us about your sandwich woes. By the 9th, get away from me. It was one of my lowborns. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Witch time. Alrighty. Have the so-called witch tested. Send the scholars to the east to land to find an explanation, or have the accused sent to march to relax. Boom. Send our boy on a vacay. Lorax just needs a little vacation, a little staycation, away from the hubbub. What word am I trying? Hustle and grustle. Fuck, I'm having a stroke. 50% chance. Hopefully this doesn't affect stability. If it does, I'm gonna be angry. All right, we have 6 people who voted. We have 9 people total. One final vote. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Anybody else willing to vote? Vote for the thing I want to happen? All right, we can continue. Have the so-called witch tested. Let's see what this has. You arrange for a priestess of the 9th to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they are cursing a noble for no reasons. After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priest makes the announcement. The accused is innocent. Oh! Things settle down. Lorax eventually admits that some new pomade may be blamed for his hair troubles. Lorax, dude, you just making shit up now? What? I thought this was chill, but like now, what? What a scheme! What a scheme! The deceased. Oh God, is this about? Yes, it is. It is about inheritance. Feels like inheritance law in this realm really needs to get figured out. The elder Countess Yolanda, I don't know. As a cousin many times removed from Count Death, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90. Would you believe it? I wouldn't. I'm sorry. Friends of yours? No, not at all, Your Majesty. She was very wealthy, however, but she could have spent more of her time on her accounts. She died without a will. Nobles have scrambled for her estate. We have Death in one hand, and we have Bliss on the other hand. Both of them fighting out for the right for the cash. Alrighty. Who do we think gets the money? Give the estate... Actually, no. Let's put it to... I don't know. Okay, so everybody doesn't really have a claim. The peasants are the peasants. So do we think the peasants deserve things? Probably not. But let's put one of our things on that. You can make money off of this. We'll give it to the peasants. It's going to piss some people off, but you know, c'est la vie. Lorax is just here to make as much money as possible. Everybody else is like, yeah, that's fine. Lorax is going to have like, I think one time, I don't recall who it was, but we had a session that went like 4 games over, and one of the people had 10,000 gold by the end of it. It was pretty significant. Alrighty. Redistribute the estate amongst the eastern peasantry. That's going to piss some people off. boo, hiss, boo. Everybody's mad. Nobody cares. Your opinions are invalidated. But money to the peasants set up a marketplace on her land and turn out a huge success. Merchants flock to this place in crowds. You must trust this situation is resolved. Your trust this situation is resolved. Fun fact, having money means I can do stuff like pay halfway competent assassins. Also, always fund my wanted buildings. I guess that's true. Your Majesty, I have an idea of the best sense lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition. No. Sure. What a brilliant idea. I thought you'd agree. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. You're just sitting around collecting dust. Don't care. I'm not wasting my money on such risks. Boom. She looks crestfallen. Very well, Your Highness. Your pile of gold will remain a pile. Perhaps another time. Get out of here with your fucking pile of gold assertions. All right, plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selection option. If nobles vote otherwise, minus 200 treasure. That's not great. After the vote, the nobles can change their things. I don't think so. I think we're on a good status quo. The wise king is wise. I agree. Okay. A late night visit, the finest mead, or Irkursum's legacy. Who the fuck? Your Majesty, about the treasure of the late Countess. Oh, I don't think I've ever had this event. I've heard that there was a necklace of rubies amongst them. Where the necklace is now, it is of the utmost importance. This is our High Inquisitor. She's a bad bitch. The peasants probably have it. They will have no idea how dangerous it is. By the 9th, a frail monk in 7th century wrote of a ruby necklace that drove those around it to sin. I believe the late Countess had it in her collection. After all the time, it may have surfaced. She didn't sound very sinful. Baron Bliss mentioned that a relative playing backgammon with her, did they not? Gambling is a sin. Everyone knows that. That necklace should be destroyed. I could be tested, but the holy regents will be expensive. You call the council to discuss this situation. I knew all along that the estate was a bad idea. As did I. A bad business. That's what I always said. Such a shame that Your Majesty fell foul to the evil magic. Why are they talking mad shit like that, dude? That's rude. All right. First and foremost, no. They were like, oh, it's definitely this and that. You guys also wanted this estate for yourselves, so like, why do you gotta act like that? Vote A. Vote A. Everybody's hand it over to the Inquisition so that the faith in the South, or no, is this the East? This is the East. Can fall apart. Alrighty. Sick. Fucking sick, chat. Nice. Hand it over to the Inquisition. Get absolutely dunked on. The president reluctantly hand over the necklace to the Inquisition and never seen again. Ah, shit, our fucking stability went down. God damn it. When word gets around about what happened, no one is impressed about giving in so easily. There's even rumors that the High Inquisitor now wears the necklace herself beneath her ceremonial robes. She refuses to even acknowledge such stories. If they were anywhere near the truth, the next will hidden. That's not great. The finest meads. Your Majesty, the seasons have not been kind to us in the march. We, in fact, faced poor harvests and miserable farms. I beg of you to send aid. Of course, I could send some grain to support your peasants. What? Peasants? No, I am to be wed, my liege. And when the day comes, I will drink only the finest mead. Have y'all had mead before? I'm not too impressed by mead. It's too sweet. I guess it's made from honey, so that makes sense why it's really sweet. But mead, personally, not my cup of tea. More of a Coors Light guy, but There we go. Hashtag not an ad. I need more beers. I mean bees. Fuck. Force the farmers of the march to don their fancy wicker suits, and we shall all drink our fill of honey. Well, that cuts in the mead, no, not tea. Okie dokie. Do nothing. This is ridiculous. Pass a law that mandates beekeeping in the march. Yeah, you guys figure it out. I don't know. King throws his hands up in the air because he's more of a Coors Light guy anyways. Everybody's like, do nothing. Piss off the marchers. Rebellion time. Time for rebellion. Do we like this crown better? Or I guess I have a second crown. Let's see what the second crown is. Second crown. I don't think the second crown hits as hard. Second crown, foldable. Let's see the difference. I think the weirdness about the second crown too is that it's I guess it sits higher. For this crown, I think this one's better. This one pops better. It's a better poppin'. The 9th says we shall rebel. You ain't rebelling. It's too soon. Unless this rebellion or defiance goes up by like 4 points, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, it's just 1 point. Furious Baron song storms from the throne room. You doubt you'll receive an invitation to the wedding. Yeah, I don't care, dude. Yeah, like I was gonna even go. Late night visitor. One evening you're sorting through paperwork in your office when Baron the Must Dealer appears at the door, swaying slightly and stinking of booze. Why are people just allowed to walk around my castle drunk? Your Majesty, so sorry to speaking to you in this condition. Yep. Here you go. 9th above, you fool. You're drunk. Let get you a glass of water. I'm sure can wait until the morning. I'm sure this can wait until the morning. I just need to tell you that if the Archbishop asks about what happened to Chad, tell him I'll pay for a new one. I was desperate and Privy was washed occupied. Oh, damn. The Moss Dealer, are you just pissing in people's hats? Stumbling away and knocking over priceless vases, you make a mental note to charge them for the damage. It's surely not a coincidence that the Archbishop arrives at your throne room the next day looking even grumpier than usual. Your Majesty, there is a plague afflicting this kingdom, a curse more powerful than any wizard could cast. I speak, of course, alcohol. People are spending their evenings in alehouses rather than praying. We must ban the vile vice. Fuck. We used our veto too early. Yeah. Well, limit the hours of ale consumption. Time to outlaw booze. Wow. Who knew the fall of my kingdom was going to come at the hands of prohibition? Who loves a good little prohibition's tale? Prohibition is here, chat, and it's going to destroy you. Vote B if you want to make money. That's what the famous saying goes, right? Vote B. Chat, do it for me. Do it for Bruce. Let's just, take a step back. This voting is tearing us apart. Why, we just need to come together and just vote for B. And do it for Bruce. I like the channel. It's called Do It for Bruce. Guys. Somebody vote for me. I beg you. I was all cocksure. Fuck, we're screwed. All right. I hate this. Everyone voted. I know that. Make the sale of alcohol illegal. How bad is this? Is gonna probably plummet both of these. You proclaim the rings across the lawn. No more alcohol for anyone on the pain of death. Ale houses are destroyed and thousands of gallons of beer are poured in the down the drain. My beer! Fuck! The reaction is swift. Riots break out across the kingdom. Illegal drinking rooms spring up everywhere, and the village smuggle becomes wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. A few months later, the great embarrassment, you're forced to repeal the law before the entire kingdom falls into chaos. I'm never going to financially recover from this. We need to pray for the peasants. I thought you were respecting the ninth. Oh, fuck the ninth. The ninth kingdom, the kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It is. Fuck, man. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you intend? Swoop in, kidnap the king in full view of the honor guard and the palace? No, of course. We need to use the chaos to advantage. All right. The goal, raise our own defiance, or the glow, lower our own farming. We took away the booze for like a week, XD. Demons, all of them. This is mastermind. I'm the mastermind. Raise the defiance. Bum, bum, bum. Only the counts can vote on this one. So Jan, Lorax, and Death are the only ones who are allowed to join. God, I cannot believe I got bamboozled by booze. Bamboozled by booze. Lure the king into the east and abduct him. We convince the king that the east is on the verge of rebellion. In the current climate, he'll force to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. We strike when the king enters the peace tent and another king leaves. For the final stage, you must raise their defiance to 5. The south swells in sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come across the 9th Herald Gilman in action. Guarantees holy claimant delivers a speech to a ruckus crowd. 2 figures stand across the alcove nearby. If only the army were strong enough, we could stand in a place by force. A crusade? That sounds promising, though I suggest we leave it to the 9th. Alrighty, grandees. Your goal is to raise the military or raise your own faith. What? I cannot believe I got. I've been absolutely gotten. Wait. Crusade time. Alrighty. Launch a holy war to claim the throne. As the voices call, cheers erupt the cramped hall of the grandees. Witch cat to vile for the 9th god. Death to the pretender. Death to King Kevin. Dude, that feels rude. For the final stage of the scheme, the grandees must raise their military to 5. Well, we're on a very fine line, little team. March, people, you guys are not going to get your money. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. So really, we just gotta not let the military happen or defiance go up. Panic in the council. Panic at the disco. Hordling attack. Love to see what's going on with the hordlings. Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordlings have occupied my vineyard and driven them off. I have no time for petty problems such as these. With a month, you heard that Grandees Gazy has gone bankrupt and been reduced to begging on the street. It's tough. And then they die. Tough. Sucks to suck. Your heir. Wait, Kevin, does this mean you need to please us? No. Don't need to do anything of the sort. I just need to win. If you lower authority by 1, you can all rebel. Your quest for the heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Your council is filled with nervous silence. My son. The assembled nobles break out in a polite applause. Doesn't it air? You've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, I don't know why I did that. May I be the first congratulation on the birth of Kevin II, baby. Praise be Your Majesty. I assure that Kevin II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Purple would want we stand to the king. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. I don't know if we're gonna fulfill our ambition. Panic in the council. Your Highness, I bring bad news to the south. We are receiving reports of I'm sure you news can wait. I'll bring urgent tidings from the east. Demand the king's attention. Wait, you turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrels outside? Meanwhile, I have a news for the marchers. Shut up. The cities of the south have been consumed with riots on the weekly basis. Our citizens want to overthrow the king and elect a monarch, competent ruler. Is that all? By the blood of the dead, the Eastern counts are corrupt. Your Majesty, judge are letting off the vilest criminals in return for a slight bit of coin. My news is the worst still order. The orders in the march has broken down. All of these problems have arisen because in the kingdom is incredibly unstable, Your Majesty. Something must be done. Agreed. Make sure these issues are dealt with by my chancellor. Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all of the problems at once. We must vote on which ones to prioritize. Reform the Eastern courts. Just go ahead and reform those Eastern courts real quick. Chat, just do that. Marchers, you should vote B. All the lovely marchers. Let's look at the list of my lovely boys. Moss dealer, Bliss. Song already voted. I have a feeling this might be GG's for us. 5 to 2. Yikes. Tough out here. All right. Restore order in the cities of the south. You send your troops to enforce around the streets of the southern cities. Curfews are declared and riots are arrested. Faith goes down. Even the priests of the ninth preach for a return to law and order. You fucking donkeys. You fucking donkeys, you handed the counts of goddamn victory. But the nobles of other regions feel ignored in their problems. Let's just a round of applause for the grandees. Good job, grandees. Good job, guys. Just like that. Exclamation rebel, not happening. Good job. Fucking done with you guys. Idiots. First you outlaw beer, and then you do dumb things like that. Who was on that last vote? We're running back the game tape on that one real quick. Game tape on that. Let's get that going. What's the game tape say? Game tape says Grays, Britannia Prima. Good job. Good job, grandees. Good job. This is what sore losing looks like. Fucking donkeys. I asked you politely and you say no. No. I mean, at this point, we're beyond the pale. The rebellion report doesn't matter. They're on the verge of rebellion. Doesn't matter. At least we all have money, though. Fucking idiots. Exclamation rebel as much as you like. Chat. It's over. The dream's dead. The dream is dead. Your Majesty, the council have invited you to the east to meet with them in person. I think you would go a long way towards smoothing the recent... You think so, Chancellor? You think it would go a long way to smooth some shit over? Shouldn't you be better at this? Shouldn't you... Where's my spy master? Get her in here. Tell her why... Ask her why I'm about to get ambushed. Let's not rebel yet? Jan, the game is done. This is curtains. You won. God damn it. Your Majesty, yeah. But the east is so far. You just have to put up with it, Your Majesty. You bid for found goodbye to your wife. Goodbye, dear. Be careful out there. I'm not going to be careful. You embark on the long, perilous journey to the east after braving haunted forests and mud-churned roads. You reach the destination of the Black Spire. Is that really what this has been called this whole time? I didn't realize that. I'm the king. You're not the king. Lorax, you'll be by hand. Jan, you're not the king either. Britannia, you're not the king either. Count Jan, welcome. Take a seat by the fire, Grace. Can I get you a drink? No need. Let's cut to the chase. An excellent plan. Your southern battle nuns take their seats behind you, watching Count carefully. Actually, Your Grace, I had something I wanted to speak to you alone about. Tell him that your honor guard will stay put. I'm sorry, but I simply must sit. Count yanks down a lever and, cleverly disguised as a candlestick, a giant trap door swings open beneath your honor guard. Not my honor guard. Demand to know what's going on. Can you feel that? Rushing through the room, stirring your cloak. This is the winds of change. A dozen eastern knights burst through the door and seize your roughly. A blade is pressed against your throat. Your Grace, there's someone I want you to meet. You hear soft footsteps, a curtain parts, and you are suddenly confronted with yourself. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? The voice is almost, but not quite, identical to yours. A little too nasally. What is the meaning of this? What is... Sorry. What? I'm trying to do a nasally version of my voice. What is the meaning of this? It's a little too nasally. Do you like this? Took a year of training to get the voice right. Like it? You'll never get away with this. I'm willing to roll the dice. Men! Eastern eyes hold you to hostage, bundle you towards the door. Quick, we must make sure his body won't be discovered. Bag is stuffed over your head, your arms are tied behind your back, you are loaded onto the mule like a sack of grain. As you jolt around your mule, you have plenty of time to contemplate upcoming demise. It's funny, the king won't even notice you're gone. Perhaps Enrico will realize, but then it will be too late. You're already dead. When the bag is whipped off your head, you find yourself standing over the mist-shrouded waterfall. Far below, the water churns and seethes. Any last words? May the seventh god feast on your eyeballs? That's a pretty good one. Can't we work this out? Beautiful view from up here. Why not take a closer look? Count Janus takes a step back. We can pay off yellow. Praise to be the king. It's long way down. You're screamed down out by the thunder water. Long live the new king. Same as the old king. Bam. Nobody would have ever known that the king had been replaced by the imposter. It mentioned in history only the counts knew that they took the secret to their graves. The barons attempted to worm their way into the palace with the uncovered, and a number of them arrested. Baron Song ended up his life chained up upside down. Good job, Song. Grandees prayed and prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Gilliman in the rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. The Count's doppelganger was in power long enough to name Yuli as his heir before meeting his own unfortunate end. The Count's grip on the crown was secure for now. Damn. Got bamboozled by booze. This whole situation was orchestrated by that one event. Prohibition, man. Comes for us all. We see no one got hurt, just praised. All right, chat. Do you want another one? Or are you sufficed on that? You're like, nah. You're like, we should do another one. Let's... Another question mark. Let's run a quick ad. I'm gonna use the restroom. Start the poll. Alrighty. Y'all can do this. I'm good, thank you. Bye, Bliss. Okay. Waiting on an ad. Oh, these are not the headphones. What does the poll say? One person voted. Fuck yeah. Love it. Love democracy. Love it so well. Let's get this back on. So I think our answer is yes. You can hit exclamation join whenever you're ready to join. All right, we'll do one more. This one will be probably a little bit quicker, because I'll probably read less of the intro text, so it's probably that cuts down like about 10 minutes. But I think one more and then we'll call it for today. Usually there. Hungarian Crusader, welcome in. Thank you so very much for the follow. How are you doing today? Where's the last place you crusaded for? Okay, 40 more seconds on this ad and then we'll go. I'm fine, thanks. How about you? It's good. We just got our ass kicked because we outlawed alcohol. And it was our run was going pretty well, and then the alcohol banning really screwed us. North. All right, why don't we just plug our links at this point? If you are just joining us, why not consider joining our many other content places? We have a Discord, we got a YouTube, we got a Patreon if you want to do this. Ready to be abducted again? Janice, if you keep acting like this, you keep acting fresh, there might be consequences. But like I said, we mostly play Crusader Kings 3. We've been on a EU4 kick recently. Yes, I dare her over for my kingdom. I promised it before the Polish kicked out Darius. Alrighty, I think we have 3 people. Anybody else willing to join us? Exclamation join. Join in on this shit show. It will be fun, I hope. There are quite a bit of you watching, which is totally fine. If you want to watch and lurk, that's totally fine. Let's begin this process. Alrighty. Interesting. Coronation. Chancellor, Your Majesty, you must be won the throne from King Kevin, but must still answer the council. As is tradition, we'll decide what happens to your coronation. Should I get changed in my waterproof robes? Don't make fun of my accent. Yes, King Kevin. I may be the best for Your Majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Yes. We can veto or we can do something. Proceed with a religious ceremony to honor the 9th? That doesn't sound like us. Off we go. Off we go into the river. So, If you have never played this game before, all you have to do is type in exclamation vote and then the letter that you want to vote. B, C, D, not A because I outlawed it. So. Alrighty. It sounds outdated tradition. There is no need for coronation at all. No coronation needed, says the counts. It's decided there will be no coronation. Yikes. But. There's nobles have spoken. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Maybe you should put your crown on in front of the mirror and pretend. The lack of coronation bewilds the common folk, most of them whom won't see your face until the new coins are minted. Damn. The path to victory or the council introduction. We're gonna breeze through this prior process just because we've already introduced it. Oh shit, I should have actually read that. This is actually a new mechanic or newer mechanic. Essentially, the counts have the possibility to remain loyal to the house because they are technically the ones who put them on power. So my bad, should have read that part. But everybody else, welcome in. Welcome in Britannia, welcome in Hungarian. The council hall immediately follows and raised voices. La. What do you think? Will they be a little good monarch and do as they are told? Too early to tell. Are you guys matching on purpose? It's cute that you guys decided to match, but want to stay loyal with this time? Alrighty. Path to victory. What do we have? Dude, the counts made out with the most stuff and the biggest win. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you think the kingdom will remember you? I mean, why don't we do military this time? Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressed. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, does this save stats from the last time? Yeah, save stats, money, and other things. So like Hungarian Crusader is new to the game. So you get, they start out with 100 gold or 1,000 gold, and everybody else keeps their money. Herbie, what's up? King of the castle of the king. What's up, kid Kev? Herbie, welcome in. How you doing today? Hope all is well with you. We just got our ass whooped in the first round of this game. So we'll find out what the March Barons will just do to overthrow me. I guess I'm Monarch Yuli at this point. Subterfuge, uprising, gunpowder. Gunpowder it is. The Republic of Kurth has a substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible monarch would never allow a region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure the trade partner don't fear the monarch. To advance the scheme, there is lower authority to 4 or less than 2 seasons. Yikes. Yikes-a-ronies, as they say in the business. Yuli of the Janus dynasty, notorious former hermit, leans... Wait, how many Yulis are there in this household? Most excellent, Yuli now sits on the throne, says Yuli. And the counts are in charge, as said Yuli, as they should be, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose them. Terrible day relationship troubles, but we're chilling. Damn, Herbie, hate to hear it. But glad to hear you're chilling, but you know what'd be good in a situation like that? A nice booze ball. You gotta get yourself a booze ball to really help yourself out. All right, counts. You can do A, remain loyal and aid the monarch. B, intimidate, raise your stability, or ascend, lower your own faith. No, I only drink on the religious holidays now. Well, that's probably smart of you. What are the religious holidays? I don't actually know the religious holidays other than like Ramadan. Looks like loyalty is what the counts have done. Little do they know. Celebrate all now, conveniently. That settles it now then. Long live the monarch, says Yuli. May they bring glory and honor to the east. But can we always change our minds? If Yuli, and this is of course me this time, gets out of line, we can take up arms against they rid them the old-fashioned way, even if it's not our usual fare. Mr. King, you are on our side, right? I mean, whatever, man. However, the defiance gets too high, they will still change their mind and rise up in rebellion. Cool. Got it. All right, Grandees of the South. Britannia, what do you got going on? Sorcery, fervor, excommunication. I wonder if that would be a fun game, is if you, in Crusader Kings 3, if somebody comes, you try to roleplay as a good Christian, and your whole point is that anytime somebody gets excommunicated, you overthrow their government. I've rarely ever used the excommunication CB in Crusader Kings 3 because it doesn't really matter. We need a CK3 multiplayer game. That's just this. I mean, the thing is, how do you tally the votes? That's the hard thing. Also, this just has such an easy narrative too. But to advance the scheme, the Grandees must lower the stability 4 or less in 2 seasons. Sick. Okay, so it looks like the marchers are trying to get gunpowder, the counts are trying to stay loyal, and the South is trying to excommunicate us. We really only have 4 nobles. What happened to everybody? We have 17 people watching, which, thank you, praise be. But we have only 4 people participating. Tough. Alrighty. Let's get to it. What is our thing? The monarch can mark the perfect voting option if chosen the gain authority. Sure. Gunpowder for the incoming war. Kev, do you have a DIFB Discord? Do I have a Discord? All right. Dangerous cults, proposition, or an honor guard. Let's start with a proposition. Your Majesty, I have an idea. Bit sense lined parchment. An expedition to Chur. What a brilliant idea. Haha, I thought you'd agree. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, and your highness, it's just sitting around collecting dust. Why don't we make sure we invest in sending it to Chur? Who knew what might be fine treasures, rare materials, ancient histories, and new diseases? She's a bit too animated when she says word diseases. Oh, that sounds like a fine idea. Here, her eyes light up with behind her spectacles. Wonderful news. I shall prepare immediately, expecting a brief on your desk very soon. Love me a good Chur. A dangerous cult. Oh no. Baron Hungarian Crusade says the priests bring even more concerning reports of a wild cult large in the march. These fantastic call themselves the 8th chapter. They claim to have found an arm of the dead god. The arm of a dead god? The arm of a god, colossus limb that moves under its own power. They tall as 5 men, long as 10 horses, clad in shining steel. I dread to find what such a thing might be capable of. This is heresy, cannot stand. The council must do something to stop it. I mean, Cassowary, welcome. My cousin is the 9th Archbishop. Boy, I doubt it. I don't believe you. Something tells me I don't believe you. Bum, bum, bum. Wait to see usual die themselves. Cool. Defiance goes up. The marchers are going to be mad at me. Yikes. You could swear you hear a few of the barons actually hiss the wisdom of the incation may prove that the council is right, or it may destroy you all. The art of holier than thou. No, the honor guard is here. As is tradition, each region has knights. The grandees have their people. We have that people. We love those people. Monarch knows better than anyone that our knights will keep them safe from dangers and improper grammar. I've made my decision. Your Majesty will go with the veterans of the march. Drakov's bones, your grace, how could you choose them? I will make the arrangements. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind the throne, hands on their swords. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Tough. All right, auction time. Seeing as there's 4 of you, we'll quickly retell exactly how it goes. You can type in !fund, the letter, and then how much you want to fund each one. Let's get this going. Don't spend all your money, chat. We did this last time. And everybody was like, oh, Kevin, it's totally fine. We can spend all of our money. And then you were like, Kevin, we spend all of our money. It's sad. Boom. Well, somebody spent 1,000 on F, which is to lower stability. Great. Dude, I have a feeling Queen Yuli or Monarch Yuli's shit is gonna go quick. Our situation is gonna is an untenable position. Sweet. What's this game like? Is it CK3 but for people with my IQ? So essentially this game is it's like a Twitch party game. Essentially the whole thing is that there's 3 factions and each faction is trying to overthrow the monarch while they're trying to get their goals done. So how somebody wins is they have 3 schemes that they need to complete to do it. And then there's like a series of events where we vote on stuff to make it happen. Let's find a spouse. We need Kevin to play Jackbox. Not interested. Not in the slightest. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I played so much Jackbox in college that I'm like, I'm good. Marry me. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry the counts as we agreed before you took the throne, right? We'll see. Expedition to Chur. Your Majesty, I have those plans with discussion for the expedition to Chur. Are we almost ready to leave? No, not quite, Your Highness. There's still an important decision to be made. Figure it out yourself. All right, show me. First, we'll need to decide who has the honor of building your ship. I don't know, the most expensive one. I've heard enough about ships. The barons may construct their cogs for you. Wait, where are the other options? All 3 regions have vying for the chance to build. Oh, I forgot you have to say everybody's making this. Shut your poor ass up. Oi. I art holier than thou. All right, I've heard enough about the ships. Okay. The grandees may be the honor of making your men anew. The counts beautiful crack. Let's make that crack, baby. Defiance goes down even further. Great. The next must become with who will crew your ship. Tell me about the volunteers. Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Expedition trade ship captains and their blah blah blah. Let us hire an expedition. Let's go. We're going bankrupt on this decision. Watch. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo. What scholars bring to the expeditions? Quail University will be interested in whatever we find in Chur. It is a vast, unexplored wilderness. What do soldiers bring to this? Counts are volunteering some of their finest warriors for the journey. What about gold? It may sound far-fetched, but your majesty, but it is very possible that Chur is inhabited. So we pay them money. I'm ready to make my choices. Let's send some scholars. Excellent. Write that down. What else for the final room? Send priests to protect the third god. Send the soldiers from the east. Load the hold with horses. Tell me about the other choices. I thought the soldiers, a battalion of soldiers, the counselor volunteer. Okay. I don't know. My holy, beautiful, glorious, wonderful, wondrous, extremely handsome liege, beat that child up. Why don't we send horses? So a bunch of horses and scholars are going on this expedition. Let's find out what happens in a couple of turns. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. We can only hope that they bring back something worthy of the investment. They're not. It's probably gonna be, oh god damn it. Face AG. Damn it. Fix it. Somebody clip it. There we go. Every time. Without fail. Heresy and all that. My liege, it is with little surprise that I must say ignore our cult problem did not make the issue simply go away. No, really. 8th chaplain has grown in size and now threatens to overturn the church in our cities. Yikes. Mount a great inquisition. Send an immense army to crush the religious revolt. Did I make that? Hell yeah. All right, it's a 2-2 split, which let's go with a 45% chance. Send an immense army to crush this religious revolt. Your marshal raises an army like which has seldom been seen to meet a massive force of the 8th chapter, most peasants, but amongst them a considerable number of well-armed zealots. So then authority goes up, faith goes up, defiance comes down. The church crush of the battle, Everson da Operi was pinned to the ground in a shower of arrows. On his death, the cultists scattered. Who? The warlock is dead, and all the remaining of this heresy is the crew. We did not learn anything about this business, but I guess this is what happens when you don't learn about the characters and you just go in there and kill them. Mental limb and the cult is formed around it. Okay, cool. End of the season. Marchers, you're not done in time, but I think the grandees are done in time. Yeah. In the castle overlooking the southern city of Calibra, 2 grandees are lying back on enjoying the sun. The city may look peaceful, but underneath it is nothing but discontent. All across the kingdom, peasants are sharpening their cutlery and barricading their shacks. They know the storm is coming, and who better to blame but the monarch themselves? Exactly. Commoners are afraid, and it is time for them to find their faith. Please, my lord, help. All right, tax time. The counts are getting taxed. Sorry, guys. The counts are like, wait, what? Iron Limb. Mutiny at the Cuervo Keep. Cuervo. What is a Cuervo? I think Cuervo in Spanish means crow. Quick detour, chat. Cuervo in English. Crow. Fucking called it. Fucking yeah, dude. Kevin still knows some Spanish vocabulary. Way too smart. You are way too smart, dude. Cool. Cuervo. Cuervo. Don't tax us too much, Your Highness. It's my city. I decided the pronunciation. Fuck out of here. All right, let's go look at this Cuervo Keep. Your Highness, troubling development in the prison of Cuervo Keep. Cuervo Keep? A great southern prison for the worst criminals, a massive castle perched on a desert mountaintop. Alas, the prisoners at the keep have staged a mutiny. Is it a mutiny if they're already prisoners? Isn't that just called a riot? Prison riot? What is the true definitions of mutiny? I thought mutiny means like everybody was homies at one point and then they popped off. Your Highness, we are the sole reason you're rest in power. I mean, you're not wrong. No idea what went wrong, but they've killed all the guards and taken over the Cuervo. We've come to your holiness because the prisoners are now making demands of you. If you do not respond, they will kill their hostages, including the Cuervo Keep order. Grandi Britannia Prima. Firstly, they want their crimes forgiven, which is pretty standard as far as these things go, but they also are asking for significant gold payment and free passage. I'll hold a vote. Set the prisoners free, but refuse to pay. Recapture Cuervo Keep with your forces, or agree to their demands and kill them when they leave the castle. I mean, D, baby. D, chat, D. Everybody's like, what? Everybody's lost interest in the game. I think this is the problem with King of the Castle for me, is that when there isn't a bunch of people playing, which no shame to everybody who is playing, it kind of gets a little bit quiet, and I'm just like, I'm doing all this reading. Like having 9 people, I think like between like 6 to 10 people is a pretty solid amount of people. All right, let's see what they got. Recapture Cuervo Keep. This is gonna go poorly. Oh, my bad. I meant wonderful. A battalion of elite soldiers are selected to storm the keep. Scaling the desert cliffs, they make their way inside unseen and rescue the hostages, opening the gates for the large army to enter. Britannia Prima and the Grandees hail the great victory of the parade through the nearby city, and heads of the mutineers are put on display in Cuervo to deter any further rebellion. Did not expect the authority to rise. I mean, that was a pretty big jump. What were we at, 5 or 6, I guess? We're probably at 6. Throne is secure. The Iron Limb. Watch, we're gonna lose all our authority right here. If it pleases you, your majesty, we have salvaged the limb of the 8th god. That, I don't know how to say this name. Ithravion da Operi. Is that Latin? Drew power from. It's the rest now within my workshop. The so-called arm of God is actually a machine from long extinct civilization. We have so little evidence of the ancient technology, I think it's prudent to study it. A long extinct civilization? We know few details of these people or created whoever they were. But they created all kinds of wonderful, terrible machines, far beyond our understandings. We never found one that's still functioning. How interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this event chain. Stability 4, and the other goal is all good. I mean, I just want to see what happens. I don't think I've ever seen this event chain. So humor me with A, but you can also do whatever you want. Let this, yeah, I feel like every time I've seen this, it's so slow. I don't actually know if this event's happened. We need less faith. I guess that's true. The Grandees are like, we need to be more faithful. All right, off we go. This is utterly unacceptable. What does the faith need to be above? Raise the regional total faith upon 10 in 4 seasons. So we're at 7 plus 4 is, yeah, 11. Oh, how delightful. I'm glad the council is so keen on advancing science. Some months later, the scholar calls upon you to the peasant's new invention. She calls it a rail bombard. The contraption is the longest cannon you've ever seen. There are steel wheels all along its length and its rear. We just made a big-ass cannon. The barrel points through the skylight into the workshop. What is the Celeste Dash is this? Oh my, looks like a giant finger pointed at the sun. Yes, we did repurpose the finger. Watch this. Load the bombard. The hatch above the anvil is swung open by an assistant with the other loads an odd oblong cannonball where they turn the crank on each anvil and humming grows louder and louder. In a few months, the wheel turns until they are whirring lightly passing up and down. In another moment, the assistant suddenly pulls the crank from the anvil and the sound like a thunder is heard. Quite fascinating, wouldn't you agree, Your Majesty? Fuck, dude. Yikes. Marsh, they just got a cannon. You worry where it's may land. The Marsh have acquired the power to a new weapon of war. Damn. Congrats, Hungarian Crusader. He's just out here just shooting cannons all over the place. All right. Mind me not to piss off the lovely marchers now. Let's see these eligibles. Okay. These are my husbands and wives to be. We have in the east of the Deaf family dynasty. I met her at a party once, but all she did was squeak out a hello and run off. She seems nice enough. Spends most of her times indoor poring over musty tomes. Damn, these musty tomes be musted. She was missing a while ago, but it turned she accidentally locked herself in a cellar, survived on wine for weeks. Girl knows how to party. Fabian, the eldest son of Britannia Prima lineage, he reputed to have an ego-sized son. Like many of the people in the South, he claims to have faith, blah, blah, blah. God is great. We love that, hear that. Don't like it. And finally, we have Jakarta, scion of the prestigious Hungarian Crusade bloodline, a typical baron, really loud and brash, self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. And apparently, they are a hell of a fighter. Brave as the lion, tough as nails, terror beyond. My boy Fabian is wonderful. They've been reputed for not giving a damn when anyone thinks of them. Sounds like a laugh. Okay. So, we got our boy Jakarta, who all that he does is want to fight people and be loud. We got Fabian, God-fearing southerner, and Vernica, the eastern girl who survived off of booze. Jakarta's my city. I know. We need a wife and a stable alliance. Fabian is a good kids. Good at having kids. I mean, Vernica. I mean, she did party. She did survive off of wine, which is pretty awesome. That being said, we did pass up on the tome reader last time. Let's go with the tome reader this time. Spend most of the time indoors. I've made my decision. The Easterner. Damn it! How bad? I mean, we were always going to have bad decisions. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the Easterners' counts are poring over secret letters and scribes diagrams. The monarch has finally found a match, even if it isn't who we hadn't hoped. Wait. Wasn't it? Didn't we marry the Easterner? Indeed, and this get to producing heirs. The kingdom is incredibly unstable. With a simple play into the grandee's hands, I've heard they've been meeting with archbishops in secret. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. The counts must continue to aid the monarch. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. I mean, we're fine with the laws we have. Brother, what is this goofy ass game? Mikhail, welcome in. It's called King of the Castle. It's a Twitch party game where people on Twitch can vote on things. So if you'd like to join in, you have to join us here on Twitch. All right, we'll start with rewards of prosperity. Your Highness, the merchants are visiting the east from as far as a field as Valmir and Atethi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Merchants. Yes, I agree, but they are small price to pay for a price they pay. Your Highness, the Eastern economy has abundance idea for all of this wealth. Call it an experiment. We give peasants gold whether or not they work. I wanted to send roses, but I have no money. Well, I appreciate the gesture anyway. Very fortunate. With respect, how is it different from counts receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different, Your Highness. The lunacy cannot possibly continue. Fuck, this has got a lot of options. Implement the new economic strategy in the east. So stability goes up, trade goes up, all that happens. Encourage merchants to visit other regions across the kingdom. Demand one-time extra tax for the counts. They can afford it. Host financial summit in the capital to celebrate the count's success. Can I call out a murder of the Genesius Maximus? I don't think so. Unfortunately, that's not how this... Unfortunately, no plotting of people's death. That would be an interesting element to add. But unfortunately, I think the weird thing about this game is that they released it and have since... they said it had a good run, but have since kind of given up on it. Which, I mean, it's understandable. I think they did a good job of like what is here, and it is fun. But after, I think if you play it like more than like 10 times, it really becomes a little bit repetitive. But we'll see. Many of the counts are furious. Not only that, but the other nobles watch anxiously as worried about the outrageous new strategy just spread elsewhere. But our stability, sky high. But their fears are unfounded, freed from at least some of the backbreaking worries of how to pay for the next meal. Peasants praise the crown and the council. Jesus. 10-10? You love to see it. Farmers, owners treat their workers better for the fear of them leaving for work elsewhere. Sick and infirm no longer have to work themselves to death for coin. Seems like things are going better. Merchants. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the East have bribed the counts to give themselves exclusive charters. They now control all the trade, silver, lumber, and East's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly. They're scamming the public by fixing prices. Shit. I mean... Demand that the treasury get a taste of the bribe. Stability coming down is fine. Oi! What's up, Boulder? How you doing today? We're playing a game called King of the Castle, a Twitch party game where I get to dress up and yell into a mic louder than I normally do. Or about the same as we normally do. If you'd like to join us, you unfortunately have to join us on Twitch to play the game. So far, I think who's winning? I think the grandees are winning as things go. Damn, demand the treasury gets a taste of the bribe. Hell yeah, love a little bribe. So we get 800 more gold, and our stability went down a little bit. You soon receive a generous anonymous donation from the address of one of the biggest companies in the East. Great, except for the merchants who came complaining the council he found dead in an alleyway. Probably a coincidence. Damn. Tyrant. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Veronica is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel across the realm to attend for a week and a day. The capital is one giant party. It feels like you are the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for your ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral of Veronica at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Yes. He will. I don't think he will be here much longer. Don't you worry. Our stability went up. Our authority went up. By the time you find yourself alone in Veronica the past midnight, you never felt more tired. Hello. God damn it. This again. I hope you had a good time as I did. You too. You both lapsed. I can see you need some space right now. Yes, yes. I think would be good. Thank you. Sorry. You head to the spare bed chambers, leaving Veronica alone. She'll open up eventually, right? Tough. All right. Like I said, these boys are trying to get authority to 4 or less. Unfortunately, it's at 10, which is an all-time high. These boys are trying to get excommunication. We need a lower faith. Heretical discoveries, says the High Inquisitor. Your esteemed Highness, I bring troubling news. Someone took the Knight's name in vain? Not quite, Your Highness. A group of individuals in the south are meeting in secret, preaching heretical teachings, engaging in rituals. They're discipline of the 10th. They are disciples of the 10th. They believe in the one day that the prophecy, the 10th will save us from the apocalypse, to the 9th is setting in motion. Dangerous nonsense. This isn't worth our time. Let's forget about this. Heathens. Heresy is a disease, Your Highness. If you do not cure it quickly, it will spread. You love to see it. You love to see it. With nothing to reign in, the disciples of the 10th thrive in a faithless region of the south, spreading their influence and gaining followers by the week. Tactical. Rumblings at the university. Let's see about this gun. Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing rumblings from the university. They've been eating partridges again? What? What a manner of rumblings. Nasty rumors of secret nighttime meetings in one of the old libraries. Damn. The rumor is they are examining the rules of succession, the various rules that put you on the throne. Who knows what conclusions they may draw. Sure, why don't we do this one? We need a spy to uncover their secrets. Just gotta stretch a little chat. Standing's hard, man. People who stand all day, crazy. I've only been standing for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think it's also because we've normally we're not. Then sit. Nah. Can't be sitting. It's bad for you, allegedly. Your spy is sent to the Quail University disguised as a student of metaphysics and is given a bag of gold to use for bribes. Hell yeah. Scarlet, what is this? Your Grace, I am devout as any, but it is beyond ridiculous that for one day of every week, all shops shut and no one works gets done. I know. In the 9th god, holy day, the day he rests after slaughtering the other gods like cattle. But must it interrupt trade? Leaving profit on the table. And I remind you that the East is the economic powerhouse to keep the kingdom afloat. We should receive a special dispensation. A reasonable enough request. It is most certainly not. How long have you been standing there? The 9th ensures I appear when I am most needed. I assure you, High Inquisitor, I have nothing but the utmost devotion to the 9th. But I need to think about my profits. Allow the people to work on holy days throughout the kingdom. Faith comes down, stability comes down. I mean, keep the weekly day of rest? Nah. No, sorry. The holy day of the 9th and the 5th's birthday? I vote A. Allow the work only the day, but only in the East. The faith goes down there. All people to work only holy days. Stability goes down. Faith comes down. Defiance goes down. Trade goes up. Money goes up. You love to see it. Everybody making a little bit of cash. Cash money millionaires. Ba-na-na-dun-dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Allow the people to work holy days throughout the kingdom. You're going to burn, all of you. But only the thing that burns is all that money in your pocket, which merchants allowed to operate the holy days. The profits increase throughout the kingdom and treasury swells. How's the plan going? Yeah, Yuli. But the only... Oh, yeah, okay. Church attendance drops a stone, of course, but no one really notices except for the High Inquisitor, who plots her revenge. So the Inquisition tore the realm, spreading rumors that the you are mad with power and intend to replace the church with the church of to yourself. Well, that's kind of rude. Nonsense, of course, but given the growing authority of the crown, the peasants believe it's readily enough. Soon enough, the land is gripped with riots. Start my own faith of the fifth. All right, auction time. You know how auctions work, chat. Just gamble on the things you want to happen. Don't gamble on the things you don't want to happen. Poor, faithless kingdom. Faith has dropped to a total of 2 across the board. You love to see it. But if you live in the East, everything is good. A 10-10-7. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid work there. All right, you have 20 more seconds. After this, you'll decide. Looks like E is gonna happen. A is in effects. How much longer until we have ad breaks? 20 minutes away. Okay. Alrighty. Looks like E and F have passed. So faith has gone up, and so has military. Good job. About your heir. Oh, fuck. What did I click? Roving hunters. Your Majesty, 2 parents are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they're willing to gift you a rare trophy, provide meat for extravagant feast if you wish. Bring them in and set the table. They can stay, but I don't need to feast. Tell me more about the Barons. Leo, welcome in. How you doing? What's good, everyone? I apologize for my absence. Counts. You're fine. They can stay, but I don't feel like a feast. You invite the Barons in and their retinues into the palace in exchange of pleasantries before turning into bed. But later that night, you hear a strange noise coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing. Hold up. We got a sound effect for this. Like a pig squealing. What's this game? It's called King of the Castle. It's a Twitch party game. But later that night, you hear, investigate noise. You creep down the corridors and push open the door. Former Baron stands before you, transformed with hideous porcine beast that stands on 2 legs with snouts, tusks, and floppy ears. Your Majesty, Baron Hungarian Crusader says, "Don't look at us, Casper. What in the devil is wrong with you? It was the meat, my liege. We hunted and butchered an ancient legendary beast. We were told it was cursed, but we all also told it, devouring the beast, that the spirit of the forest itself would bestow great power." Nice. Don't worry, I'll keep your secrets. What the hell did you do? He ate tainted meat. What do you want from him? Well, think this transformation is temporary, but will return in the future. Not to worry, we'll find ourselves a cure when we get back to the march. They nod fervently and scramble out of the room. The next morning, you part ways with barons who look like ordinary humans. It's obvious if the curse was temporary or if it was merely hidden during the day. They thank you for the hospitality. Give me some more buckos. You'll love to see it. 600 gold. Folly of the spy. Your Majesty, the spy you sent to the university has been picked up by the Palace Watch. Excellent. What did you learn? Very little, Your Majesty. if his exam scores are anything to measure by. Your spy has entered the student body and taken up drinking and now spends his... We said a spy and now he's just a party boy. Spends his composing modern three-syllabus poet. This is a spy? This is what you want to run around in, Your Majesty? Read me some of your poetry. Beer at noon. Was this bread flatulence? Flatulence. Read me more poetry. Lovely face. Good strong teeth. Is that a wig? Read me more poetry. False monarch. Not the boss. I knew it, Your Majesty. The university is definitely plotting against the crown. Perhaps they're even more looking into prove succession was more not legitimate. Let's call a vote for the next move. Alrighty, we must know more. Sober your spy and send him back. Enough tricks to arrest the scholars in question. Cripple the university financially. Personally, I'm willing to give this boy another chance. Just because he partied a little bit too hard doesn't mean he doesn't deserve. Jolly's like veto. No. Send the boy back. He's got good poetry. I'm actually a grandson of the king, Kevin's brother. I don't answer without my lawyer. I think this king is in my dynasty. Vote A. Damn. Everybody's like, yeah, send the spy back. We must know more. Sober up the spy and send him back. Thank you, Your Highness. The spy is given an ice bath, strong black coffee, and a fresh set of clothes, and a few more gold pieces before he is returned to the university. I'm talking about the previous king, about the... Your marriage to Veronica has grown stale. Okay, well, we didn't have a single event to make us love our wife. My wife and I will have a child. Once again. Run it back. The Grandees are unhappy that the events have not gone their way. They need to have a combined faith of 10. They have a combined faith of 3. So GG's on that. I mean, why don't we throw everybody a bone except for the Grandees, or except for the Counts. You guys have so much money. Why? I have a claim from my great-great-grand king, Brucius. Too much crime? Archbishop's request, the Grandee's shame. Too much crime. Let's hit that shit. Your Majesty, the courts are overloaded. They simply cannot fit any more prisoners into the prison cells. Okay. Build more prisons. Let's not... Personally, let's build more prisons, but... I don't understand how it's a 70% roll, even though we have authority at 10. I think it's bullshit, but here we are. Bruce is over here watching me prance about and is like, why? Why are you doing this, Kevin? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Looks like C is the option that we would have picked. Build more for prisons. Let's see, 70% roll? Yes, Your Majesty, I'll send a letter right away. Construction gets underway at top speed soon. The new prison build springing up across the capital, looming over the river. Citizens hurry past to avoid lingering too long. Great. Finished. Fixed crime. Real quick. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the south. I don't give a shit. Grandees have always been steadfast defenders of the ninth god, and yet imagine my horror when I saw how far they have fallen in recent years. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the south. I'll have to bring it to the council, of course, Your Majesty. Deny the Archbishop's request for a mission. Oh, please, please, please what? Britannia, please what? Britannia's like, I'm fighting for my life here. Boom, 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 boom. Very well. If this is the will of the council, then so be it. I'm glad that the council respects our sovereign enough to leave us out. God bless us. All right, Grandy's shame. What does this mean? Outrageous! I was the only one at today's service. The priests failed to show up, and a donkey walked in through the door and began chewing on the pews. What has become of the South? Easy, friend. There will be time for church when you're old and tired. Today's grandies are out to their living life. You should try it. I have half a mind. He's only got half a mind. Look at this asshole. Sorry. To report you to the Inquisition. This is not how the grandees behave. This is not who we are. Grandees. Reject the old ways. Embrace faithless South. Gild the domes of the South of the Church. Trust in the ninth God and do nothing. Provide military aid to the Inquisition. So this is only for Britannia. Trust in the ninth. 50% chance. I don't know what happens, but we'll find out. The ninth god listened in sending plague of flying insects to thicken the cover of the sun. But miraculously, the insects are butterflies with stunning translucent wings in all colors. An effect of the south is akin to having a massive stained glass window placed over the sky for the entire day. They get a little bit. Hey, y'all. All right. Nicely done. I like the rules as they are. We do not need to change them. 5 more to go. An old debt, giving up. The spy returns again. Let's find out if this spy has done anything worthwhile. A spy was sent back to the university and returns Your Majesty with important information. It's a document, Your Majesty, a newly discovered document of the original law in the ancient legal tongue. They have translated it. The rumor the Queen Alma wrote it herself in her own hand. A document written by Queen Alma has the power to overturn running of a whole kingdom. We must bring this to the council's attention. Time to end this. Burn down the library of the old law. Send soldiers to seize the documents. Subtlety is required. That's the word that I'm trying to say. Pay the thief to quietly steal the document. I mean, let's steal the document. Sounds good. Chat, how are we doing today? Hope all you are doing well. All 16 of you on Twitch. How many people do we have on YouTube? Got one. TikTok, how many people have seen this? A handful. Love to see it. Love to see it. Jay chillin'. Just chillin' or big chillin'? Herbie's out here trying to play some CS. You watching? Is there a CS tournament happening right now? I feel like there's Katowice, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe that's tomorrow that it starts up again. Or Katowice might be done for the day. What are you talking about, Kevin? Who's to say? Who's to say? No, CS is terrible and I'll never touch that Garbo. Oh. My. Herbie, weren't you just playing the other day? What are you talking about? All right, we're paying a thief to go quietly steal the document. A thief from the Adventurers Guild is covertly hired by the covers of darkness. They open the high windows and rappel down into the ancient library. By morning, the thief has returned with a fraying document. It is written in the legal language of the ancient kingdom, Your Majesty. It is quite impossible for any normal person to read it. So steal me a scholar. I shall do. The thief disappears into the night, and like a shadow by the morning, they have returned with a praying scholar. I see you have the document, Your Majesty. It is indeed written by Queen Alma. It is declared that the university is protected by a place, and any ruler breaching the university walls by force must be abdicate. You say I don't have to abdicate now because I stole the documents? Queen Alma's rise herself talked to us from the pages of the history. Your Majesty, she is saying it. You're writing documents as well as reading them, correctly? Fine, then I avoid the civil war. I will abdicate the throne. Sure. There's a moment of stunned silence. Your spy master clears her throat. Are you sure, Your Majesty, to end your reign so suddenly? The wider consequences are beyond the contemplation. The kingdom would suffer a terrible shock. You're right. I guess I quit. The scholar nods in his head, deeply impressed by the historical significance of this moment. You place the crown on the ground, and the scholar adds that the document insists that after such an abdication, a university member will take the throne. The scholar proceeds to do just this as you are jailed shortly afterwards. Several months of bitter civil war follow. Eventually, the impertinent scholar is cast down from the throne, and a new monarch is appropriated. Noble blood is instead. Of course, you don't see this happen. By the time you're already dead of something known as dungeon fever. Don't worry, Yuli the Second is back on. Oh. Tie goes to I don't know who, but we'll see. Yuli is back on throne. Monarch Yuli's there, and now a new Yuli is here. I don't think I've ever done that bit. Monarch Yuli died in their own dungeons at the orders of the impertinent university scholars, who briefly assumed the throne. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled the gunpowder and it blew up in their faces. Literally, all that was found of the barons' Hungarian crusade was a pair of boots. I have the pact with the march. In a sun-dappled Villa Sinova and the grandees Britannia Prima opened a bottle of their finest vintage. Their schemes had amounted to nothing, but there's always next time. Despite the puppet monarch downfall, the count were able to hold on to power, though, through Yuli, who won the succession vote in aftermath of Yuli's death. Classic Yuli on Yuli crimes here. We're victorious once again. So silly. So silly. All right, chat. I think for today, that's a good amount of King of the Castle. About 3 hours. Yeah, that's usually how this goes. 3 hours of this, and we got to go find somebody else to raid. Let's see if anybody else is playing KOTC. We'll go and invade them. Any English speakers? We have the Bat Chap, a British man. First playthrough of a Raven. And some other people. Hot tub stream now, or you're ending the stream? We're ending the stream for today. I got things to do, unfortunately, but let us go and do our individual here. This guy is in the midst of a raid, or in the midst of a game, so we'll raid him. But yeah, thank you so very much for watching this stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to go to our many other ways to find us through our links. We have a YouTube, we have a Twitch, we have a TikTok. You can find us there. The other thing, we can we'll be back on Tuesday. We'll be playing EU4 again. Wednesday, some more Elden Ring, and then Friday we'll be back probably playing some Crusader Kings, if something else. And then Saturday we will also be streaming because it will be our anniversary of starting our Twitch experience. So I don't know, we'll figure out what we're gonna do for that. I don't know, probably just party hardy. All right, ciao, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much. I'll see you all next time.